Here the air is actually very good even though you're at altitude, so usually your timing, jetting, etc. you really don't have to mess with much. Gearing you do because the trap RPM will change. Rodger's super fast, and Rodger has no problems with holding the pedal to the metal, so he's also very, very good on the tree. So I think it'll be a good race. We're going to run it. We're going to run it all out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Round number 1 of eliminations in the Rooftec Comp Eliminator Cash Clash. That is basically double. There's $100,000 up for grabs for the winner. Ashton Hudson is going to get just about 1.5 seconds head start, so almost a full Christmas tree. CIC is in play. That means if you are 51 under your index or better, you're going to be penalized accordingly. There is no personal index hit in the Cash Clash. Top 16 points earners in the Rooftec Comp Eliminator Bonus Fund got invited to join. I believe we have one alternate. I'll mention that when the pair comes up. But Ashton Hudson pre-stage. Here comes Rodger. And Ashton turns it red by about 4 hun, and Rodger Brogdon's going to move on to the next round. Goes 792, 122, shutting her down early. Then Treadwell on the right side, the M-altered automatic out of the state of Florida. CBD farmer, Treadwell Farms, 300 cubic inch, inline 6-cylinder Ford power plant. Pretty much sitting in his lap over for Mazeras in the left lane. 50 less cubic inches and 2 less full cylinders. 250 cubic inch, 4-banger Ford, the K-altered automatic for the U.S. Nationals champ. Taylor and her dad, Joe, doubled up with Ford. Both of them trying to find their way in the next round. She's got a tough matchup here. And they both get away green. Treadwell out front. Kayla was a couple of hun behind on this end, and it's going to be Glenn Treadwell, 787.
First time at Vegas tuning a car. I've been here with a Pro Stock car doing the engine, super stock. It's fuel injected. We didn't have to make any changes to fuel injection, but getting this thing jetted and timed correctly and rear end gear and transmission in order to run fast at this altitude is a challenge, but we had most of it nailed down. We're making a bunch of changes here now in between the first and second queue. We just need to get it tamed down and also get more power to catch up with these other guys that are ahead of us, but good run for these conditions, I believe.
As soon as he turns loose of it, gathers it back in. Joe is closing quick, and it's going to beat Joe Mazeras. Rick grabbed a little more than 7 hun at the Christmas tree. Don Thomas and Taylor Chomiski. Thomas, your current points leader. The Rooftec Comp Eliminator Bonus Fund. The B Econo Dragster, Panhandle Performance Engines, and Taylor Chomiski. That's a C Supermod. Got a small block Chevy and a clutch pedal in it. He's going to get almost a full Christmas tree head start. That is a wicked fast super modified car. He's been 7,300 here this weekend. Taylor Chomiski, 8:24. Wow, Taylor just went 70 under the index. Dave Triplet and Melissa Murphy, who is the sub for Jeff Taylor. Taylor hurt a couple of power plants here today.
Yeah, I was just about to go get in the shower and get ready for dinner tonight here in windy Las Vegas, but apparently Jeff Taylor is broken, unfortunately, for today. Hopefully he can get fixed in time to come back for the national event, round 1 tomorrow. But apparently he can't get fixed in time for this round 1 of the Cash Clash. So Bliss and her crew are all over me to get my car serviced, get my chutes packed, and get on it. So.
Green on both sides. At 1,000 foot, Triplet's out front. He's drifting towards the center line. It's going to be Dave Triplet, 7.999. 57.1. Get around Mr. Triplet. Callie Neff and Adam Hickey, your next two. Callie, the G Econo Dragster, left-hand side. 862 the index, 744 is the number for Adam Hickey, the B Dragster automatic over the right-hand side. Small block powered machine. So he's spotting her about 1.2 seconds at the Christmas tree. Winner's going to get Rodger Brogdon in the next round. Rodger is clean. The only winner so far. Not have to take any index. And they're green on both sides. Adam is behind. He's got some ground to make up, and it's going to be Adam Hickey, 692.0. Here comes Scott Linder and Jason Grimma. There's a clutch pedal on both sides of the racetrack, but that's pretty much where the similarities end. Grimma, over in the right lane, out of Australia. He's got a small block, 414 cubic inch blue oval power plant. That's a B alt. Index is 770. Scott Linder, he's got a 698 cubic inch rare Morrison big block Chevy underneath the hood of the Linder electric Grand Am out of Iowa. Winner gets Glenn Treadwell. Quarterfinal round. Linder's got the shoots out. Linder goes 659 at 195. Jason Grimma goes 715 at 163 under with a 3 for Linder. So he's going to take a hit of 13 going into the next round. Your final pair in first round of the Rooftec Comp Cash Clash. It's Chase Williams and Clint Neff. Neff over the right-hand side. And that way fast A Econo Dragster, your #1 qualifier for performance NHRA Nationals at 76 under the index. Chase Williams, B Dragster Automatic out of Carthage, Texas. The defending Rooftec Comp Eliminator Bonus Fund champion. Winner of this pair is going to get Joe Mazeras in the next round. So Chase is in, Clint's in. Wheels up launch on both sides. It looks like Clint's already out front and off the throttle. He's doing some moving around down there at the top end. It's going to be Clint Neff, though. He goes 663 at only 194 miles an hour for the win. And that's 65.
Yeah, everything's coming together. Unfortunately, that was not my best job of driving there in first round, but we did we had enough to get by him. And Rick is always tough, so I'm happy that the last two, he's been beating up on Kayla for quite a while, so getting a couple back for the family is pretty good. Fortunately for me, he took 15, so going into the next round, it'll be a closer race than it would have been after, first round. So hopefully I have something for him. We're gonna try to tune this thing up and see if we can have a little something for him in the next round.
At the finish line, when he's coming 40 mile an hour or 30 mile an hour faster than me, and he dumps it and I don't catch it, and there's money on the line, and there's a $5,000 bonus for the fastest run, and Donnie beat me out of 250,000, so I wanted to beat him out of 1,200 bucks. It's just, you know, it's the love of the game. So did I get the win light? Absolutely. Am I ecstatic? Did I take too much? And did my dad yell at me? Absolutely. But we're moving on to round 2. We're having a blast. The car's running on rails. If I can keep up with it, I think we're going to have some fun. I got all my friends and family from Blind Frog Ranch, Lone Star Gasket, Scott Seed, all my guys with Watson Concrete and ACI are all here on the ground. So it's a perfect weekend to turn on some win lights and have some smiles.
Here comes round number 2 in the Rooftec Comp Cash Clash. Winner of this is going to take home over $100,000. It's going to be settled tomorrow. G Econo Machine, 248 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder Chevrolet power plant. Going to be alongside a Taylor Chomiski, the C Supermod for CIP1, Lone Star Gasket, Scott Seed Company, Watson Concrete, and ACI. Lots of folks from those companies are on the property here this weekend, as well as the guys from Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, premiering November 20th on Discovery Channel. Both of them took a little bit of CIC in the first round of the Cash Clash. Dave Triplet took 7 on. That's a pretty decent hit. Taylor Chomiski said that's cute. He took 2 tenths. C Supermod over the right side. Got a clutch pedal in it. 333 cubic inches of small block Chevy power. Dave Triplet with problems right off the starting line. It's going to be Taylor Chomiski moving on to the semifinals. He's going to coast 2:09.59. Tough break for Dave Triplet. Problems right off the starting line. Taylor Chomiski, competitor, punches taken to the semifinals. Rooftec Comp Cash Clash. Here comes Treadwell and Scott Linder. Another pair, both of these guys took CIC first round. Linder over on the right-hand side, the A Alter. It's almost 700 cubic inches of big block Chevy power underneath the hood scoop. Got a clutch pedal and a Liberty in it. Took a hit of 13. Going to move first by about 1.3 seconds. And Scott Linder looked like he went to deck it and backed out of the beams or something. So Treadwell leaves the starting line. All right, guys, apologies for the silence, but we will be on hold for just a second here.
The decision has been made between the racers and the racetrack that they're just going to complete this shootout tomorrow. So the on-track activity for today is over. We're going to, you can see the guys out there doing the scrape and doing stuff and get the track ready for tomorrow morning.
This is round number 2 of the Rooftec Comp Eliminator Cash Clash. But the first one to the finish line is going to move on to the next round. If you go 51 under the index or better, you're going to get penalized accordingly in the next round. Head start going to go to Joe Mazeras by about 3.5 tenths of a second, and then Clint going to try to track him down. And away they go. Green lights both sides of the racetrack. Win light here going to go to Clint Neff. He goes 6:55. 6:98 for Joe Mazeras, but a 6:55 for Clint Neff. Scott Linder's machine, that's an A altered over in the right lane, a 698 cubic inch big block Chevy with a clutch pedal in it. Glenn Treadwell puffing some smoke out of that M altered automatic with inline 6-cylinder Ford power plant underneath the hood. Anybody catch that? There's no hood on an altered. And Glenn is off the throttle right past the 60-foot clocks. Scott Linder's going to shove the clutch in at about 1,000 foot. And he's going to go to the semis. B-altered planetary, 445 cubic inches of big block Chevy. It's a pro stock power plant with a shorter stroke. So Adam, the 390 cubic inch small block Chevy powered B dragster automatic for A&H Automotive out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. He's going to spot a little over 0.4 of a second to Rodger at the Christmas tree. And then the chase will be on. The winner's going to line up with Clint Neff and that bad fast A Econo dragster in the semis. Away they go. Adam Hickey making tracks. Can he get there? No. It's going to be Rodger Brogdon, 7:27 at 167 miles an hour. And your final pair, Rooftec Comp Eliminator Cash Clashes. Dave Triplet left, Taylor Chomiski over in the right. Chomiski, the C Supermod. That car started out as a factory production Chevy Cobalt, now sporting a small block and a clutch pedal. CIP1, Blind Frog Ranch. Lone Star Gasket, Scott Seed, Watson Concrete, and ACI. Dave Triplet for Treadwell Farms. We've got green lights on both sides. To get down to the finish line, win light here is going to go to Taylor Chomiski. Goes 8.203, and by 8 thousandths of a second, Taylor Chomiski is going to go to the semis.
Dave's a great racer. I mean, his resume speaks for itself, and he's a great guy. I found the situation to be wrong. If the track was suspect or something happened, he made the choice to make the run, and his car shook the tires, and that's unfortunate. But I have never seen a rerun on a run that didn't need to be rerun. There was no malfunction. We were both good on the tree. His car didn't get down. I get it. They made the call, no problem. I went up down because he had a few in the bank. I got lucky. I wasn't very good on the tree. He wasn't very sporty either, and we got the win. So it's a blessing and a curse. I had to take 3 more for this shootout, but that's why we line them up and don't race them on paper, because the action's on track. Another blessing and a curse is if I didn't make that run against him last night, which I did, I ended up hurting an engine, which means I would have hurt it in the first round of the race today, and that's me trying to get in the top, 2 or 3 for 75 or 50,000 in this incredible series. So you got to take the positives out of the negatives. I was pretty upset. I understand. I saw it a little differently from my position, but from the other side too. But you know what? We're moving on. We're turning on win lights. We're having a blast. Thank you to Rodger and Rooftec for everything. I got a ton of family and sponsor support here, and we're just having fun. So we'll see what we got for Scott. Make him chase me down. I think we're pretty used up, but we might have one more trick up our sleeve. And then, if we get into the final, awesome. If not, back to the race tomorrow, and we're having great days here in Las Vegas.
Your first pair. Cash Clash semi-final round going to be Clint Neff and Rodger Brogdon. Rodger is the man behind Rooftec, the roofing contractor out of the Houston, Texas area. The shingle-wrapped 2022 Camaro. That is a B-altered with a planetary-style transmission. Big block Chevy power plant underneath the hood scoop. For the reigning Division 4 champ and Clint Neff out of Arvada, Colorado. The A Econo dragster. Check out the chassis design. Big block Ford in it. Originally developed as a pro stock engine. I took a look at it and said, you know what? That'll fit in comp. Stuck it between the frame rails of this dragster. It's got a single 4-barrel carburetor and automatic transmission on board. Rodger's side of the Christmas tree is going to drop about 7/10 of a second before Clint's. It's going to be an all-out race to the finish line. The first one to get there is going to go to the final round to take on either Taylor Chomiski or Scott Linder. So Clint rolls into the pre-stage beams in the dragster. Here comes Rodger. Green light Rodger, green light Clint. Down to 13:20 they go at the finish line. It's going to be Rodger Brogdon, 7:22 at 172 miles an hour. Rodger goes 55 under the index. Rodger was 001 at the starting line. Clinton F goes 0.43, goes 6.54, and he's going to take on either Taylor Chomiski over in the left lane and Scott Linder, the A altered, over in the right lane for Linder Electric.
Really, we made some gear change before we came, and then really it's mostly in the clutch, I would say. You know, the track isn't that bad. It's just, and the altitude's a little slower. So, I mean, we've actually run pretty good. I'm actually really pleased with the way it has run. Well, he's down 23, I'm down 13, so I got a 10 advantage. I just need to go out and I want to knock it down on the tree and just run her out the end. I want to see how fast we can go.
Green lights on both sides. Here comes Scott Linder. He is closing. Finish line. Win light. Taylor Chomiski 8.204 at 162 miles an hour. 0.05 of a second margin of victory at the finish line. Taylor goes 50 under the index with a 6.
In the car, looks like adjusting the trans brake button, maybe to take a little bit off that 001 you just laid on Clinton F there.
Well, I was concerned on my adjustment I made, but I took a couple more deep breaths before I staged it, and fortunately it came out 001 on the right side of the tree.
Well, you know, you go from the frying pan into the fire. Taylor Chomiski, you know, he's got a lot of index on him, but hell of a racer, great working car, much like yourself. I mean, you could almost say the two best cars in the field this weekend, I think.
Definitely got a great car for sure. But it's going to be tough. It's, you know, you can talk about it all you want, but probably whoever leads on the tree is going to win. So, yeah, see what happens. I did back off a little bit on that 001, I hope. I tried. We'll see what happens.
Here we are, moment of truth. Last clash of the season. The two best cars in the class. I think everybody can agree. You guys can, you know, probably go 80 under perfect conditions in this deal against Rodger Brogdon. I know you as a competitor, you wouldn't want to have it any other way.
No shot. I mean, for all that he's done for the class and the professional program he has and the professional program I like to say that we have as well, I think we're going to put on a great show. I'm proud of him. I'm thankful for him. That was a huge swing for me financially in this deal with betting on ourselves, which we always do, and then, you know, to have runner-up at worst in this thing. I mean, I came back and hugged my dad and started crying. I mean, we worked so hard. He worked so hard, and I'm just so proud of my guys. I'm supported by 4 of my biggest sponsors here this weekend with everybody in the house. I mean, this means the world to us. This is why we do it. This is why I spend every dollar and bleed, sweat, everything that I've got for moments like these. So down to 2 cars in the clash, down to 4 cars in the race. Just doesn't get any better. We're going to try to finish this thing off.
Rolling out of Pennsylvania as well. Again, you get a wild card from each division, and Jeff.
Your final round for $100,000. We've got Taylor Chomiski and the man behind Rooftec himself, Mr. Rodger Brogdon, pulling into the water box. $100,000 on the line. Rodger over on the left side, the B altered with a planetary style transmission, the shingle wrap machine. Got an index of 773 up on the scoreboard. 445 cubic inch big black Chevrolet. It's a Pro Stock power plant. A couple of Dominators sitting on top with a slightly shorter stroke. And for Taylor Chomiski, that's a C super modified 2008 Chevy Cobalt. Small block Chevy underneath the hood scoop car. Started out its life as a factory production front wheel drive 4-cylinder powered vehicle. For the folks at CIP1, Lone Star Gasket, Scott Seed, Watson Concrete and ACI, as well as the Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, show on Discovery Channel. New season premiering November 20th. A lot of folks supporting Taylor's program out there on the starting line, cheering him on. Taylor going to move first by roughly 1 second. Manually shift the transmission in the car. He's going to drop the clutch, and then about a second later, Rodger going to let go of the button and try to track him down for $100,000. Taylor's car been 73 under the index here this weekend. It is wicked fast. He's taking a whole lot of CIC in the process. Green lights on both sides of the racetrack. Taylor is out front. Rodger is closing in fast. Rodger pulls out front. It's going to be Rodger Brogdon for $100,000. Goes 7:18.5 at 190 miles an hour. He was out in front at the Christmas tree by 0.05 of a second. Taylor was 71 up front, gave it 8, ran 8:22 at 162 miles an hour. Not quite enough. And Rodger Brogdon is your Rooftec Comp Cash Clash winner. Take a look up at Sunoco Vision. You see Taylor out front. The B-altered Planetary closing quick, and by 1,000 foot, Rodger comes around him, and Rodger Brogdon is your Rooftec Comp Cash Clash winner here at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Rodger and the Rooftec gang.
Did you hear that, Paul? Paul? You hear that?
See Rodger exiting the car.
Great race. Good job. Good job. Awesome. Proud of you, brother. Thank you for everything. It's huge.
Oh, I was late. I was 71. You were 25.
And the one thing I figured out a while ago, like, I think when I had my arm, when I was 001, I think I relaxed it too much. So I made sure to lock it down.
Yeah.
Good job.
Still discussing the on-track action. Taylor, I'll let you go ahead and look at the time sled. I hate to tell you that Rodger got you there on the tree. How quickly did you know?
I knew pretty quick. I mean, I looked in the mirror and I saw him coming. He had a couple on me in performance. I used everything I had the rounds before. I had to win another round actually in this deal before I got here on a rerun. So unbelievable opportunity. Couldn't be more happy for Rodger. Thank you for everything Rodger does for me personally, for the class. It's just amazing. I got friends, family, sponsors here. I got no voice. So we're celebrating even though we came in second in this deal. And we'll be back racing tomorrow on Sunday in the real race.
Stay up here with us. I'll have you step over closer to that side, and we'll get Rodger Brogdon up here to celebrate his win here in Las Vegas, taken in the moment with his team right now. As we have everyone up here to greet him. And Rodger, we just talked to Taylor about that run and what you pulled off on the Christmas tree there, but talk about the focus that takes in knowing $100,000 waits for you at the end of the track.
It's nerve-wracking. I don't mind telling you, that's a lot of damn money. The round before I was 001, and I figured out what happened. I think when I was up there, I didn't lock my elbow like I should, so I really focused on what I needed to do inside the car a little bit better that round, and it worked out, went my way.
Congratulations to Rodger. That's a pretty cool trophy you have right there. We thank Bobby Bennett from Competition Plus to be here with that presentation.
Congratulations. Total disgust. I'm with you.
105 mile an hour drop.
Yeah.
Get these guys wet over here.
Whoa!
Now you want to shake it.
Captain Rodger. Because the resurgence in the category is due in large part to him. He put his money where his mouth is. He got a lot of other people to jump on board, put up some more money, increase participation in the class, and put together a couple of programs like this cash class. Between the 50 grand prize that doubled up for the Calcutta, $100,000. I was going to say goes home to Tom Ball, but I guess never has to leave Tom Ball. Congratulations, Rodger. Thank you for everything you've done.
Yay! And then do a number one.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
I couldn't, first of all, I couldn't do it without all these guys, okay? There's no way it could be done. But I'm so fortunate to have all of them with me. But we had a good car. I just needed a driver to keep his head on straight and not screw it up, and I managed to do it today, so good.
Yeah, do it.
There we go. That's a cross between Billy Eye and Elvis right
Can we get some with all of y'all? Yeah. All of y'all. All you people.